All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform that gives you quality news and information on everything happening in Biafran territory. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel and also make sure you turn on your notifications so that you will be notified whenever it happen. Yes, make we go straight up to the issue where they happen for Biafran territory today as Musa and them boys. They don't continue to dey cry concerning waiting they happen for Biafran territory. As I'm talking to you currently in Abia State, on Eme and on Akpoto towards Umuahia axis, where the Biafran resistant fighters went and demolished one of the most terrified checkpoints in Biafran land, a checkpoint that has taken the life of so many Biafrans. This was after what happened on Sunday. Remember the one that happened on Sunday within the same axis, around the Umuahia junction, where the Biafran resistance fighter or the Biafran elite force, they rescued innocent Biafrans that were abducted by the terrorist police. This is what we've been seeing. There was one that happened today in Imo State where the so-called SARS, they've changed their name and despite the troop name, what did they normally call them? The operational name they use, Operation Udoka, na Operation Undohi and the rest of them. They attacked some innocent Biafran in Imo State. The video is online currently as I'm talking to you. Most times, why we don't put this kind of videos, on YouTube is because of the YouTube strict policies against, violence. YouTube do not accept, most violence. They don't even accept anything violent. So we try as much as possible to, to obey their rules. So if you want to get some of these videos, you can as well get these videos, by joining our Telegram channel and also on our S handle. You can check my S handle, Expose News TV or Let's Talk TV, anyone, or you can check the S handle of the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko, especially on my S handle. Go and follow it, Expose News TV. You will see these videos. You will see how the military have continued to torture innocent Biafran. So for those of you, who come out, all is to criticize Simon Ekpa. Hope you listen to what Simon Ekpa Njoko said in defense of the insecurity that they've been tagging him. Before Simon Ekpa came, they've always been insecurity. He has only come to make sure that this insecurity stalls, and some of these things are the price that people will pay. And funny enough, the same Simon Ekpa Njoko has told you what to do in this case. If you have issues with insecurity, if you have issues, in your locality, if you hear gunshot, all you have to do is to try as much as possible, to take cover, because Simon Ekpa will never attack his people. The Biafran Liberation Army will never invade his own people, the same people that he is fighting for. So on that note, let us hear from the one and only Obata Obie, in the continuation of this live broadcast. Enjoy and make sure you share this video to as many groups and platforms as possible.
And rendition to Nigeria on June 27th, 2021. Our next guest has assumed the leadership of the Biafra movement from Helsinki, Finland. Some say he has taken the movement in a different direction. On December 2nd, 2024, he plans to declare once again the Republic of Biafra. Today, I'm pleased to welcome to the show Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. Mazi Simon, welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, good evening, Mr. Rudolph, Dr. Rudolph. Thank you for inviting me today.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we're happy to have you today. Let me get first the elephant in the room out of the way, which is that when you put out the notice that you were coming on the show, a lot of your people were against you coming. They said things like that you shouldn't come here to grace this platform, that I'm a nefulefu, that I felt that they must love you so much. They are protecting you from what?
Well, these are people who have gone through a lot, and because you, as a Biafran, and I believe that if Biafra become an independent state today, you cannot be, ostracized from being a Biafran, right? So
Yeah.
by that, automatically you fall into Biafra. So, and for people like you that have platforms, which should be in the forefront of this freedom movement, and you are not doing enough according to them. So they believe that, I shouldn't come here. But, as a leader, I think differently, and I make decisions differently. So I am here also for their best interest. It is because we need to, we have somehow our outreach using our media, and it is time, I believe, we should also embrace other media platforms that have not been preaching Biafra. So I think my coming here today is for their best interest as well, and that's what makes me a leader. So I think differently from them. So it is very important that when those are agitating that I shouldn't come here, I will explain to them later on why it is important that I'm here. And then also, I'm going to be extending my hands of fellowship and open arm to every other despised media platform. I want to be there. So, because it is the right time to talk to people who may have seen our agitation on liberation of Biafra differently, so they need to be educated. So it is important that I'm here to talk to different audience.
Thank you so much. On my part, I also have to say that when I put out that you were coming, a lot of people felt that I shouldn't bring you here. So I have the same pressure that you have from my own people. But I think my job is to facilitate conversation across every platform, different groups. It doesn't mean that we have to only facilitate conversation with people we agreed with. All right, yeah. Let's get into that. Something happened in America last Tuesday. There was an election and Trump won. I know that you are in support of Trump. And how do you feel about the outcome of that election?
Very, very happy because, as a matter of fact, I was among international politicians to openly and publicly endorse Donald Trump election. So I'm happy. He needed to come and save the world.
Now, before I go in deep into that, how do you think it's going to help your quest for Biafra?
Well, the United States has a very important role to play in global peace. And what Biafra is doing today is to bring peace and restore stability in Sahel region. So I believe that it is for the interest of America, it is for the interest of the West, and then at the same time for Biafra and African interest. So I believe that the foreign policy of Donald Trump will facilitate the restoration of peace and stability in the Sahel by listening to Biafra people.
Now, there's this story that came out, I think 2 days ago, that the chief of staff of Donald Trump, incoming president, Susie Wiles, that she worked for the Biafra movement as a lobbyist in Washington, D.C. Is that true?
Well, in 2019, I just joined the Biafra movement. So what I would say is that it is a good thing for the fact that we have somebody who already have idea and knowledge about the plight of the Biafra people. She may not be currently representing Biafra, but at least she has been educated, and she once, was in forefront of educating the policymakers in the United States. So it's a very good plus to the Biafra cause.
All right. So, but you don't know whether she's currently on your own group, whether you are paying.
It doesn't matter whether she is currently in the Biafra movement or not. She is now the chief of staff of the United States, and we must respect that particular office and allow her to concentrate on the United States. The appointments that she has been given by the president-elect. So let us not drag her into the Biafra controversy and all that. So the point is that her firm have represented the Biafra movement in the past, in 2019, and my happiness is that she is well grounded on the issue of Biafra. That's enough.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now let's go straight to what is happening on December the 2nd. What are you planning to do?
Well, Dr. Rudolph, Biafra has come a very long way, and everybody has their way of agitating and pushing the movement for the freedom of Biafra. You will agree with me that Nigeria is not working. Nigeria will never work. And so what we try to do is to bring alternative to our people. And it is the Biafra people first, before any other Nigerian. So we are moving Biafra people forward, securing their future. And the only way to do that is that we need a separate, independent state where we can govern ourselves the way we want. And where we can put a policy that will help our people to develop and compete among nations. So in Nigeria, that opportunity is not possible. In Nigeria, the innovativeness of the Biafra people and their career are getting killed by the Nigeria system. So we need a better system and a different system entirely that will allow our people to develop themselves and compete among nations. So what we're doing in Finland is a part of the generating a document, a legal document, which is going to be a base for the pursuit for the recognition of independence of Biafra to be recognized as a sovereign state. So that's what we plan to do. And that we have been conducting self-referendum, which is still ongoing. It's going to end on the 28th of November. And this self-referendum, as of today, has recorded over 50 million votes. It is both online voting and physical voting. So, so far, from the record we have from the official that are responsible, we have, recorded over 50 million votes. So this vote now will be one of the legal ground to give the Biafra government in exile and the de facto government a mandate to restore the lost sovereign state of Biafra. Just like every other nation have done it in the past. For example, Lithuania and co have one time lost their sovereignty. So Biafra also lost their sovereignty to Nigeria state by force, by the barrels of the gun. So today we are here to restore it. And what is happening in Finland is not declaration of Biafra, but declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra. Because Biafra has been declared and recognized in 1967, and recognized by different countries. So that sovereignty were forcefully, lost, and Nigeria took it back. So we are here to restore it back because after that war, nothing has changed. Actually, the reason for the war has escalated, and the issue and the cases are completely different today. Worse than what it were before the war.
Okay. Referendum. You said the results are showing. What are the results? What are they showing? How many?
Like I said, it is not yet conclusive.
They've not opened the envelope.
But we know from the record that it is over 50 million.
People in Nigeria, how did they vote?
We have been posting the videos of the voting. One thing that people don't know is that, first of all, I would like to educate those who may have not paid attention because of propaganda of the Nigerian media and those pushing it. Biafra today has a de facto government, functioning de facto government in the homeland. And in this de facto government, we have 40 United States of Biafra. In this 40 United States of Biafra, each state has 15 counties. In each county, you have 5 districts. In each state, we have 75 districts. And in this district, we have head of district. In these counties, we have head of county. And then we have, in this state, we have the administrator, which is equivalent to governor. So this is what a lot of people don't actually know. So when they see the result of our activities in Biafra land, they are surprised and shocked how Simon Ekpa is doing this from Finland, because we control the Biafra land from grassroots. So the government is already in the grassroots. So every community knows who is their county leader. Every county knows who is their county leader and who are the executive in the counties. And so with this particular structure, we are able to conduct this referendum, and people are fiscally voting. And of course, it may also shock you that the reason we have succeeded so far in the civil disobedience is also because of the structure, the strong.
Let's go to Okija and Okija. You're next.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Ekpa, I mean, some people, might, think that this is funny, but this question is funny, but it's not. Behind you, I see American flag. I think that the other one is a Finnish flag, and the Israeli flag. And then, behind those flags, I mean, including the Biafran flag. Then, behind, you, I see, the Last Supper. This a white man, he's not even Jewish. A white man, blonde hair, blue eyes. So I don't know, is this an image of Biafra? Is Biafra gonna be like a servant state to all this contraption? With the white man, I don't know, because what I know is that our people, we have our own religion. We have our own way of life. We had democracy before America was, founded. Igbo people, they are Republican people in nature. So, I mean, what image are you showing to us, with all these flags and the blonde man behind?
All right. So, thank you very much for that question. Biafra government has officially three religion. We have the Jewish religion, Christian religion, and traditional religion officially. I believe that have answered your question. So you can choose which one you want to be part of. If you want to be part of a traditional worshiper, it is official in Biafra land. If you want to be part of Christianity, it is official in Biafra land. If you want to be part of Jewish, it is official in Biafra land. Myself, I'm a Christian and a traditional worshiper too.
So we won't have Islamic religion in Biafra. That's what you're saying.
I said official 3 language. Islam is not official religion. Sorry. Islam is not official religion in Biafra land.
But they'll be allowed to practice.
I said official. That actually answered you. Official.
All right. Thank you, Okija. So on the politics of you're next.
I said official 3 language. Islam is not official religion. Sorry. Islam is not official.
Something is echoing.
But they'll be allowed to practice.
I said official. That actually answered you. Official. So can somebody mute? Yeah, Ernest, I think.
Yeah. All right, Ovie, go ahead.
All right. Special thank you to Prime Minister Simon. I from the bottom of my heart, I actually respect your style of leadership, and I want to say thank you for coming. 1, thank you for your clarity. 2, but most especially, thank you for the response you gave Rudolph in regard to the question he asked about the mistake he believed that Ojukwu made during the Biafra in the 60s. And your response on how you recognize that and how you are going about it, talking about the lobbies and all that. So, that's particularly me, it hit me hard because currently I'm doing extensive research on the role of the West in regards to the Civil War, the Biafran War. And I couldn't help notice 2 things. America actually supported one Nigeria over Biafra. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, supported one Nigeria over Biafra based on 2 things. 1, they were scared that if Biafra actually got their sovereignty, they might decide to lean towards the Soviet Union. You remember, it was at the middle of the Cold War in the 60s. That's one. Two, another concern of them is that if they allow that to actually, the Biafra to actually get their sovereignty, it might become the norm within the sub-Saharan region or indeed the whole continent, and that would be too much for them to deal with at that time. So that's why they fully supported. But event that is happening today is as the same as what happened in the 60s, but in this time take a different face, which is China in disguise of BRICS. Why, of course, the still almighty United States. And I noticed that I don't know if I can be heard. I noticed that you are happy that Donald Trump won. So I'm curious. In order to avoid the mistake that the Donald believed that Ijuku made in the 60s, is that why you are in total recognition of Donald Trump coming and the supremacy of America? Or and what do you believe that Tinubu-led administration, which has more to bargain with? I don't know if my
Yeah. I don't know. Rudolph, can I answer him?
Yeah. Go ahead.
First of all, I would like to say that Ove is a very good friend of mine before. So, and he knows me very well before, not now. So I thank him for the acknowledgement. But if anybody knows me, Agbaje knows me very well. I don't know whether he has told you that.
Yes.
All right. So to answer him, the reason why we are very happy with the Trump administration coming into the White House is because of his foreign policy, which I believe every reasonable person in the world would be very happy for Trump coming back, because there are crises everywhere. There are wars everywhere, which are actually avoidable. So, and we believe that Trump foreign policy will fix those issues, because sometimes you need some kind of radical leaders to make things done. And Trump is one of those radical leaders that will change things, will change the paradigm in the entire globe. So, on the issue of whether it is whether Trump is going to support Biafra, or whether what you asked about during Ojoko time and all that, the reason why we are doing what we are doing today is that that mistake I explained before. We are now in Washington, D.C., heavily present in Washington, D.C. I have met with number of congressmen. I have met with number of think tank group. I have met with policymakers, including past White House, members of the government of the United States, past members of the government of the United States, and all that. I have met a lot of them. And what we are doing today is to educate them, because Nigeria, they supported in those days, has become a failed state. Nigeria has become a country that breeds criminals. Nigeria has become a country that supports terrorism. Every policy of Nigeria today is going toward nosediving to a completely failed state. So America will not be proud to continue to support this kind of failed state, and especially Trump with his policy, foreign policy, especially on protecting the Christians and the minority group. We believe that it is going to be for the interest of the Biafra people and people who have suffered severe killings and ethnic cleansings like us, that Nigeria have done to us. So we believe that, first of all, if you remember that when Biden came in, what they did was to remove Nigeria from the country of a special concern. And it was condemned by everybody. But Biden and his administration did not listen to that. Even when there were no reasonable ground to remove Nigeria from the country of a list of a concerned country, they still remove him, remove the Nigeria state. So we believe that Trump coming to power will put Nigeria on their toe. And as you can agree with me, even before now, we have information that many of you do not have. We know that Nigeria have, supported the re-election of Kamala Harris secretly and and openly. So why are they supporting this re-election? Because of the way they have ignored the atrocities of Nigeria. And so you should be asking yourself question, why was Nigeria removed from the country of special concern? Nobody has been able to address and answer that question till today. So we believe that Trump coming to power, first of all, he is going to hit hard